So in the last class
Yes.
we have seen the maps, still maps we have seen, and today we will see the actions. So basically, so we have seen several filters. So data source filter, extract filter, and we have seen cascading filter and quick filters and filter by dimension, filter by date, and filter by measures. So now suppose the dashboard is a place, dashboard is an object where we can accommodate the multiple sheets. Multiple sheets. Suppose in one sheet I have a filter. For example, I take this subcategory, category and subcategory, and I have the sales. So this is one. And in this what I do, let me go have a category into the filter. So click OK. So this filter I am giving here, show filter. So this I control, right? I control this. Fine. I go to the next sheet. So this sheet I name this as category wise sales. Fine. So now the next sheet. So I go here and take this order date. So year and quarter and region, and I go for a segment, right? So then I have the sales value. So this I don't have category at all here. Year, quarter, region and segment. The sales value is there, right? So this is my I can give this period wise sales. Fine. So here I have category displayed and also in the filter. But here I don't have category at all. Now I go to the dashboard. Two sheets are there. So let me bring this sheet here. So this one and this one. So I place this. Now maybe this one let me small and this one. So slightly I make this. No, I'll have like this one. So like this let me have this. So now what happened? This sheet is having this filter. So when I click this, this is working. So this is working. But there is no impacts on here. So it will not look nice if you are accommodating two or three or four sheets in one dashboard and you have one filter. If you are applying some filters on that, it should be applying to all the sheets. So what you can do, so I cannot keep the category in all the sheets, right? Then what will happen if you bring that sheets here, all the filters from the sheet will be there. All the feeds from the sheet will be there. So it doesn't look nice. So in one sheet I have a filter. Give me a minute. So it doesn't look nice. So but in one sheet only I am having a filter, and the next sheet I doesn't have filter, and the control is not there with the filter. So it won't look nice. But in that sheet I don't have category also. But internally the data set is having category, right? So accordingly it should show. So how to do that? So along with this, there are two more filters we have. One, so such scenarios. So what we'll do, we'll go here in this filter. If you go here, there is apply to worksheets is there. So this is a local filter actually. When means only this worksheet, it means it is local. So I want one is I can go it global. So like our variable scope is there, no, private, protected and public. So in Java, if you could say this private, protected and public. The public is a global. I can use it anywhere else. And this protected, so when you create an instance of an object, for that instance, this would be applicable. Similarly, you can go here and take the selected worksheets. So maybe you may have 100 or 15, 20, 25. But you can select which are all the sheets you wanted that filter to be applicable for that filter. That filter to be applicable only to the sheets. So now here I have period. So I have this. Click OK. So now automatically when you see the symbol, it changes. What it changes? There is one cascading kind of symbol is there. So on seeing this, when you work on maintenance project, when you see some of the fields are there in your filter shelves, and if you see such icon, then you can understand immediately, okay, this filter is shared between some sheets. For example, this is my dashboard I have given. So when I go here and see this, such kind of dashboard I am giving to you. I will share this weekend, this dashboard. So on the color itself you can understand this is your context filter. Fine. And again in the left side when you see this, oh, this is a filter. This is shared between the sheets, right? So now what are all the sheets it is being shared? So you wanted to understand. So then what you'll do, go here and click on this and apply to worksheets, click on the sheets. So I have these many sheets. See, these many sheets are there, but this is applicable quality, finance, people, service, education and research. So you see filter will be applied to 16 worksheets. So these many worksheets, you can ignore some of the sheets also. Only where this is required, in that particular sheets you see there, that would be there. Time year, see this is not there, and here the time year 2016 is there, people it is there. When I go to the 24 months quality, the time year 2016 is not there, right? But facility sort is equal to true is there. So when I go here and see this selected worksheets, so I see this is quality and 24-month quality, and another one is only this two is there, right? So accordingly you can distribute your filters, you can share your filters among the multiple sheets. Now coming here, so when you work with the large dashboard, some maintenance kind of projects, you see here immediately you can understand. This filter is shared with some sheets. What are all the sheets? I have plenty sheets are there. Here what are all the sheets it is shared? So now go here, just click on this and see. So the default one it is grade. Means SBC, this sheet is there. So this is your SBC. You see here, this is your SBC. And what are all the sheets it is shared? Quality, finance, people and service and education research. And you can go down. Okay, all facilities, this all quality, people, service, research. So dashboard 8 page 1, 8 page 2, it is there. So this many places this has been shared. So now here coming to this. So here you see it is shared. So now it is unchecked, so that's why it is not there. Now furniture, it displays furniture. Here you see this, it displays only for the furniture. Means in my display that is not there, but this data is for furniture. How I say 3661 is there, right? Now you go here and add this. So now you come here. So 3661 is 5536 for all. If I go for all, so my total value is 6160. Now I come to the dashboard. So now you see here. So when I uncheck all, so both should go. This is the way it should work. So I have 3 sheets or 4 sheets which is specific to the dashboard. Maybe I will have 4 dashboards, 5 dashboards for my workbook. So that time, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is one dashboard, or if I have 4 dashboards, probably, so what I will do, one dashboard, 3 sheets are there, I will be creating in this order. One sheet 1 will be in the first dashboard, sheet 2 will be in the second dashboard, sheet 3 will be in the third dashboard. Again sheet 4 will be in the first dashboard, sheet 5, sheet 6, 7, 8, 9. It will be going that way. The filter will be applicable to 1, 4 and 7. 2, 2, 5 and 8. So like this it goes. So it should be applicable. So when I take furniture, it should display furniture. It should display furniture, right? So when I take furniture and technology, it should display both the things, right? This is one. And this is what the protected one. Whatever the sheets you select, wherever that particular filters will be applicable. Now let us go for a global. So now for example, global, suppose this data source, I wanted to use only the level A data for whoever using this data source, that should go only this level A data should be displayed. So either I can filter and get it in the data source, but for sometimes that will not work out. I can apply this filter for all these things. Maybe in some other places I will use, but this is a global filter. Global filter, how to do that? Suppose for example, I take this year I take this year. So this year 12, 13 and 14 only should be working. So only should be working. So then I make this apply to worksheets all using this data source. When I select this option, this becomes a cylinder. So when you see this cascading sheet, it is a shared one among the sheets, and this is whatever the sheets using this data source, this is applicable. Now you see here also it is there. Now when I go create a new sheet, so suppose I bring just the country, so immediately that filter is applicable. Immediately that filter is applicable. So now I go take the state, the country wise, state wise, and the country wise, city wise. So if I go here and I go for a profit. So this is applicable for 13 and 14. So this is what your global filter, all using this data sources. If it is a one source, if it is a multiple sources, only that will be applicable to one source, not to the other source. Okay, so this is how we can do that before getting into the action. So these are all the two filters which we should know when we get into the dashboard level. Now the next one is the action scripts. So here when you go to this worksheet, the action. So there are three types of actions we have. One is URL, highlight and filter. URL, highlight and filter. So these actions which run on, so run action on, this will occur, this will trigger when you select, when you hover, when you click, there will be another link menu. So these are all the run on action on is there. So your action will be of three types: URL, highlight and select. And run action on, again you can go for a select, hover and menu. So which scenarios we will be using, that we'll see. Right, first I have taken the URL. So for example, so let me cancel this. So what I will do for URL, so instead of this, okay, let it be this. So now let me go here and double click on the state. So this one I take it as a field map, and the state I put it in the label. So now you know state I put it in the label. So now you know all the states name, and the state I put it in the colors also. So different colors. So now if I click on this, it should take me to the country, that state page. For example, I go here. So here, so this is the New York. So what I will do, I will take from here. So till here, I will take this. So one more thing, I will go for, so this will take some time. So before that we will come here. So that state is there. So now what I do, I go here, action, take this action, URL. So whether it is for which dashboard or sheets, no, I go for only sheet. Where is the sheet? It is a sheet 4. So only that, because that particular is there in the sheet 1 only. So that range you can take a dashboard, and from to all the sheets you can do. That we will see in the next example. So this particular URL action should perform on sheet 4. That's all. So that should not reflect in other sheets. So only one sheet. So here I have this URL, and I cannot hard code this because I have different states are there. When I click on that state, that particular state information it has to show in the Wikipedia. That is the expectation. So go here, the state is already a column. Take this. So if we select New York, this will be New York. If we select California, this will be a California. If we select Wisconsin, this is a Wisconsin. Right? And I go this as a state. HL filter, hyperlink filter. That's all. Now how this should work? Selecting. right? So click this. Okay. So this is a URL action and I take based on the state. Fine. Okay. So now when I see here, so this is Washington, click on this. So it will take me to the Washington, right? It is taking me to the Washington. And when I go here, so this, so I go here and Pennsylvania, click on this. It will take me to the Pennsylvania. So this I give an example. Sometimes the companies will have some products. So these products, there will be a separate page for example, this company, the products are this: cement, marble and granite, concrete cable ties, epoxy, GSC, GRP, Polytex, Terrafab. So here, the information you should be very keen. So now you see, when I click on Terrafab, so here it should not be, you see, Terrazzo Limited Terrafab. So my product field, which has this, and this link is this. And when I go to the other product, you see here marble and granite. If I go marble underscore and granite, my product will be this. And when I go to this, so some other cement and mosaic tiles. So it says mosaic hyphen tiles. So it automatically takes me to the page. So if I have the products listed in my chart, so if I click that product, automatically that takes me to the product information page of that particular website. But it should be some generic name. So like this it should be selected. If something in between it is changing, then I cannot do that. So it should be that ltd.com / is same. Only the product names based on that it will change. Sometimes they will give you the logon information. So login information they will give you. So automatically when you click on that URL, it will take you to the SSO, single sign-on. So there you provided information, you can log in. So that also they will give. So for example, you see here, there is a quality URL is there. Click on quality dashboard. When I click on this, so it will take me to the particular site. What is that? So you see here, there is a quality score is there. So when I go to this, it is displaying the portal. Their portal it is there. So automatically it will take me to the portal, the pulse.iuhealth.org. So this portal it will take. Okay. So like this we can use it in the URL. So but in the this URL, so this says on clicking select. So the same which can be changed. So how we can change? We can use a menu also. So in the menu, what will happen? So instead of select, I take menu. So the menu, this should be careful, because in the menu this will come as, this name will come as a hyperlink. So at that time you please have some dynamic values like this. You can click state. So it will display there also. How? So you come here and save this. So when you click on this South Dakota, so immediately it will not take me. So it shows a link, state HL filter hyphen South Dakota. You click on this, it will take you. So next level. So immediately it will not take you. It will give you an information. There also you decide. So whether should I go or no. If you don't want, you can go back. You can go back. So this way you can do this. So now Virginia. So if you want, you can click on this. Otherwise, no problem. So you can go here. So Washington. So when I come here, Texas. So dynamically you can make that change. So please don't use hover. Hover is very dangerous here. When going for the URL, hover is very dangerous. Why? Because suppose the same thing I edit and go for a hover. So what will happen? Hover. So see, immediately it took me. So I didn't do anything, because that time it touched Oklahoma. So that's why. You see, now I wanted to go for a Wisconsin. How I should go? Like this. I should not touch anywhere. So I should go like this and come here and meanwhile Minnesota it is touched. So hovering in the URL, it is very dangerous. You should not use. Client will get irritated like anything. So suppose if you want to go Ohio, if you go like this, in between what are all the states you went, that and all it will open. So you should be very careful. You see California it opened, Arizona it opened. So when with the URL action, please don't use hover. That is the most important thing. The don'ts, you can note this down. So you should not use, either you go for a select or you go for a menu. Okay. So this is one of the option with the URL. So the next one is highlighter. Highlighter basically, so like this you see when I select, so it is highlighting. So control, I select another one, it is highlighted. Control, another one, you select, it is highlighted. Control, another one, you select, it is highlighted. So how this is happening, you know well, because of this highlighter, because this is always enabled. If you disable, that will not work. Even if you go this will not work. This around you know. But as I already told you, we cannot use this highlighter in our maps, in our charts, because this much lengthy I cannot accommodate. I don't have space first of all. And it is not based on the standard practice. So just for the display purpose, I put this. This has come legend. It's a color legend. Whether to show, don't show, that is up to you. But standard practice, we are not showing hide this color. Now the expectation is when I select this, not selecting, when I hover on this, so the Oregon related details should be displaying down. For example, this is a sheet 3. So I go this as the state wise, uh, profit, profit, right? So now this is your location wise. Fine. So now I go another dashboard. So here the location wise I place it here. The complete chart is here, and the state wise I place it below. So it's there. So now let me hide this title. Fine. And here also let me hide this title. Fine. So here you see this. This is, so this you have to adjust. So go here, fit the width. You will hide it. Fine. So this one you can adjust. So if you wanted, you can adjust this. Fine. Right. So now my scenario, my expectation is, suppose if it is Nevada, it is there. So that should be highlighted in the below one. That is the expectation, right? So how to do that? Suppose for example, in order to show that, let me bring the city out. So it is showing a lengthy one. So now like this. So I go here. So it becomes like this. Okay. So when I go, suppose for example, where is Connecticut? California. Yeah. If I show California, I select, I hover this. So what is the California value? Here it should be highlighting, right? Suppose I have 2-3 sheets placed. One place I hover or select, the other 2 sheets that should highlight, and so, oh, okay, this detail, this is the one. Oh, in that this detail was this one. So that way I should not search. When I go hover, it should highlight and display. So that how to do. So now go here. So this is in this location, right? So go here again, go to this action. So add action, highlight. I take this. So this is within this dashboard, correct? So which is the dashboard? This is the dashboard 2. So what is that? It is a location wise. If the location wise is selected, the same dashboard, both it should reflect, right? Both sheets it should reflect. So in the dashboard, earlier what I did, only one sheet. So whatever the changes I am doing, hovering, clicking or menu, so it is on that sheet. It should take me. URL will be like that. But the hovering, one place I select, in the same dashboard, multiple sheet it would be impacting. So dashboard 2, and what is the sheet I selected? Source sheet. It is a location wise. I uncheck the state wise profit, but that impact in the same dashboard, and it impacts on the 2 sheets. All fields. Fine. So this I say the highlight, means this I say location wise highlight. Right. So what is this? This I have to hover. First I will see hover. Click OK. So now save this. So now coming to the dashboard. So now you see when I go to this California. So you see when I hover on that, the detailed one, it's highlighted. So when I go to the Oregon, so it would be somewhere below down. Right. So suppose for example, So this one I place this here. Let me accommodate this way. Right? So now you see Idaho, Montana, Washington is below, California, and South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Wisconsin will be below, Iowa. So this way it highlights. Right? So this way it highlights. So 2-3 sheets you can highlight. Now it is not from the map. Even you can do it from here. It will highlight. So the other sheets it should highlight. Not only from the map. Suppose here it is there. So when I go for subcategory, right? But here it should be there. There is no subcategory because bookcases will be there in all the places. Central also, east means the means region and segment and the year, all the places. So it doesn't know where to highlight. So here when you go for the table level, at least that should be there. For example, I go this period wise. So instead of this region, let me have a category. So this way I make it. So in this scenario, so when my dashboard is having this category, so when I go to this category, it should highlight the category, right? So it should highlight the category. Why it is this? So funny. So it should highlight the category. So how to do that? So go to this category. So and go to this action and add this highlight. So it is in dashboard 1. So where it is? It is in the category wise. So take this. The same, it should be in the dashboard 1, both the sheets. So what is this? Last time I gave all fields. Now let me take this selected category. So either select, let me have this select here. So this state name I have to give. This is a category highlight. Right? I give like this. So select. Last time I give hover. This time let me give select. And I select, instead of all fields, I select the selected field category. So I give this. Okay. So now I save this and come to the dashboard 1. So now here, you see here, when I click on this furniture, when I click on this office supplies. So this way, this will display. So now technology. So this technology will be displayed. So technology will be displayed. So when I go here, take this. So this will be displayed. And this way will display. Okay, this is what highlight. In the highlight, menu is not working. So the highlight, either you go with the hovering or you go with the select. Don't prefer menu. So this is what highlight will do. So the next one is filter. So the filter basically, so suppose in this dashboard I have this category. So this is one place I have this filter. So the other one I use this. There is another option. So let me remove this. So remove this. So I go here, remove from dashboard. Fine. So what I do, let me go create another sheet. There I create a category filter. Category filter. And I say this category here. This category is here. This one I hide this. So let me go to this shapes. I have this. So either you have this or the same shape you wanted a checkbox. You can do that. So let me have this. So it is there. So now let me remove this here. This is category wise, right? So period wise. Fine. So your category filter is there. So that category filter I will add here. So let me bring this category filter here. So it is accommodated. There is one option that I will tell you that during the session. So go as a floating. So this should be here. So Now what happened? So this, let me place it here. This one, I hide this title. So I have this. And I, right. So let me place it here. Fine. So I place it here. Now, if I select furniture, both should display furniture. If I select control and select office supply, both should display. This filter is not the normal filter which apply. This is from a sheet I created. That sheet I accumulated here and I wanted to do this. How to do that? So now when I go here in this, how many filters we have in this action? So we have 3 filters. So 2 highlight and 1 hover. Right? Fine. So now, so I go here. So when I go here, use as filters, there is an option. So when I select this, so you see automatically when I use as filter, it is applicable to all the sheets in that dashboard. Now you see here when I take only technology is shown. When I select control and office supplies, both will show. Right? So how this happened? Use as filter, behind the screen it goes and writes and filter action. You see here. So this action it has written already. So what it is done, in the dashboard one, I selected category and the target sheet, it applies to all, show all values, select. So it itself, that users filter, when you click that, it itself create automatically behind the screen a filter action. Alright. So this is a filter actions purpose. Now from one sheet, one dashboard to another dashboard. So this is fine. So this is your category filter. This is one option. Use as filter, it will go and create your filter action by default. Now for example, this dashboard to this dashboard I wanted to move. So I keep an icon. For example, another one sheet I go. So in this sheet, first I create a calculated field forward. So like FWD. I keep this. In this, just give a empty string. That's all. So this one I bring it here. So in this I go shape, and in this the multiple shape, more shapes. I go here. No, I take this arrow and maybe forward, right? So let me take this arrow, apply. So I have this. So this one I go and hide label. So I hide this. So this also I shrink. So till here I shrink. This size I enlarge. So this is how it displays. So go here, add this title. So this is my one filter. So I name this as forward filter. Right. So now what happened? I come to the dashboard. So this forward filter, I bring this here. So this one, I go here and floating. Select this floating. So it would be free from the container. So now what I do? Come here. This one, I hide this. Okay. So this, I minimize this. Fine. And I minimize this. Fine. Fine. So I keep it here. So sorry. So let me have this here. And I keep this here. So if I click on this, it should take me to the next page. So this use as action filter. So this use as filter you can use only for this page. Now you see here, when I click on this, nothing is happening because it doesn't know what to do within this page, but it has created a filter there. You see here, it created a filter, but it doesn't know what to do. Within that filter only it played around. But dashboard to dashboard I want to go. So go here and alter this, and it has to take me to this filter page. So I do this. So I name this as forward filter. Right? So now what happened? So now when I go here, click on this, so it will take me to the next page. When I back, it will back me to the next dashboard. So you can have this way also. Okay, so these are all the 3 actions we have: URL, highlight and filter actions, which runs on, action on You have select, hover and menu. When you take a URL action, so hovering, please don't suggest, please don't prefer. Go with the select, and if suppose the client expects menu, that time you please take care of your title and have it dynamic. Whether it is whether the particular field selections, make that dynamic. One thing. When it comes to the highlighter, so the highlighter also most frequently used. So that normally they prefer for a hovering, or sometimes they go for a select. Don't prefer menu for the highlighter. And next comes your filter action. Within the dashboard you wanted to do, just no need to go there and click on the create filter. You can use as filter that applicable for all the sheets in that particular dashboard. If you want to between the dashboards, create it, but go there and change it, or else you go there or straight away. So how to go straight away? You two times you showed there only. So go here. So this one, let me remove this. So add. What is that? It's a filter action. So what is this? This is from the dashboard one. So what is the one you are taking? It's a forward filter, right? So this is the one which you are taking. Go to this dashboard 2. It has to show the dashboard. That's all. When I click on the select of this value, it should show this dashboard 2, all values. So and give this as forward filter. So I have this created and come here. So when I display, click on this, it will take me to the next sheet. Take me to the next sheet. So this is how this will work. Filter action will work. Fine. So these are all the action filters we have. And the next one is, so you wanted to see the scripts, right? Whenever you want, when you are designing, developing the dashboard. So how the script will be. So for example, while opening, suppose I am working on the where condition, everything I wanted to dynamically I need to write. So it will be there in your database connections. When you are connecting to the database, obviously it will be there. So the where conditions you will be selecting. Now I go here, open is there, right? Normally we use open. So this time click on this and open with legacy connection is there. What is this? So I select this. When I select this, automatically it will open the same page only. Data source page only it will come. Fine. So now when I bring this table here and see in this data, this convert to custom SQL will be enabled. When you go for normal open, that will be always grayed out. For example, you see here. So another one I open. So just click this, not with open legacy connection. Just click on open and go here, orders. So orders, and when you go to this data, you see this is grayed out. This is grayed out. So when you open with legacy connection, this convert to custom SQL will be what this will do. So when I go here, so this order is there, right? Now applying the where condition, etc. No, I am flexible with writing some where conditions. I have to add some parameters here. So how to do that? So for this, convert to SQL. So this is converting. So what is the table? Select order star dot category as category. So this way it displays. Now I apply where my category is equal to furniture. Right? When I apply, automatically this will display only the furniture. See, it is filtered. The furniture is displayed. See, there is no office supplies. Right? So this way you can do it. Furniture and year of order. So only 2014 will be shown. So this way.
Hey, Shashi, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you click on the, see the order dot. Is this order dot the sheet or order dot the column?
No, that is a sheet. Order dot is a sheet, the table.
Table,
But
okay.
but you have the original column name is here. When you are writing a where condition, no need to write this. You can write straight away
Okay.
this. That is all. When you work with the
So,
XML, when you are connecting with the database, no need for this. Automatically there will be a display will be there. So, but when you
so,
connect to the external source, you wanted to edit
mm,
the file, you can do this.
so its category is like alias table, alias table name, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also you can preview the results before here. See, anyway it will show here. When you apply some
Mm,
conditions, you can preview your results here itself, and you can insert a parameter, create a parameter, and that parameter also you can float it here. But always it is not preferable when it comes to the performance optimization. Don't include a parameter in your edit custom SQL, right? So that is
okay.
not preferred. So
Okay.
but you can use it. So this is one way. When you connect to your external files, either it is a CSV, XLS, or text app separated, or your cube files, whatever it may be. So you wanted to confine, I am comfortable writing the where conditions, so etc., then you can do it here. So edit custom SQL, edit means open with legacy connections, it will show you, enable you the convert to custom SQL option. So this is one way. And the next one, so I wanted to see the script, what's happening here, right? In this, it's help and setting and performance, there is a start performance recording is there. So enable this. So enable, and then you start working on. So now I go here, category. So now I know I take this customer and I go with the sales. So this I am descending. So then I apply a customer, so this is a, so now I do one thing, I go here, create a parameter, I put this as top n, and I go for this integer, and let me go for a range, and I give this as 3, and this is 100, and step size is 1. I make this top n is here. So now I go here, give this, because this is recording, correct? So I need some steps to be done. So more you take the time, so that is good for whatever it is there. So now in this customer, so now I bring this and go to this, and by the top I select this top in, and it will show this sales. Fine. So this I am entering 10, it will show this 10. Then this customer I put it in the color. Okay, fine. So this I am saving. Right. So these many options I have done. Fine. So now I go here, setting on stop. So wait for a minute. So it will create a tab file for you. So in that tab file, 3 sheets and 1 workbook will be there. 1 dashboard will be there. So query, events, and I think timelines. So 3 sheets will be there, and 3 sheets accommodated in a 1 dashboard it will be showing. So timeline, events, and query. So now in this dashboard, when you go and see, so there is, it is recorded. So it is computed to the layout. So when you adjust the time, so when you adjust the time, so somewhere it will be executing query will be there. So now you see this executing query. So executing query, that time it computed layout. Let us start with the start. So so now you see here, these many things happen. So sorting data it happened, and you see the sorting data, the time taken, and the computing layout, it executed the query and sorting the data, and these are all the things. So now we'll see the what is the query. So when you go down in this query, it is written. So internally, we know, right, the Whisker script is written. This is what Whisker script. Restrict aggregate table temp order customer name dot order name. So now I go to this, here it has written this way. So when I go here, it says again the same. So like this, if you are recording for ample time, suppose half an hour, 1 hour if you record, you will get lot of details here in this query. So this is the option where you can write your query. So in the interview, when you say what is the behind script, how you will see the Whisker scripts behind that. So you can say go to the help, start performance recording, and you start working on it. After some time, when you stop it, so there is a tab file creating that is having 3 sheets. timelines, query, and your event. So in that, the computing layout, executing the query and sorting data, all those should be displayed. So based on the time frames, and then executing query, if you click that, you can see below there is a query sheet is there. There it will be displaying the SQL script. This is what you have to explain. So there, where it is stored in your repository location, in your log files, in your repository location, this tab file will go and store. Right? The performance, what is the year and what is the month and what is the date and the time, whatever it's stored, and underscore your sequence number. Right? So there it will go and store. Provided there are three log files are there: log1, TDE server, and tab proto SRV. So these are all the three files which will be updated along with it whenever you write it. So these are all the three files. So tab proto SRV and the log and then TDE server. So these are all the three text files, log files. So where you have the details entered. Right? So if you go here and see this, there are whatever that object definition, etc., will be there. So from where you drag it, so it is there in these logs. When I go to the tab protoserve, see there that statement will be there. So below that will go. So this, you see this query. Excel reader protocol, normalize connect, and whatever is happening behind the screen. So those are all will be explained here. So it creates a constructor here. Because you know the where this is written, this engine Tableau is written, so C++ they are written, okay, and provided what is the internal, you are connecting to a lot of data sources, either it is Oracle SQL Server or the DB2 or the Informix or Sybase, whatever the database you are connecting, but internally Tableau maintains one database. What is that? It's a PostgreSQL. So these are all the interview point of things. So PostgreSQL is a database where it maintains all the information. When you connect to the Tableau server, so suppose a dashboard you publish. So several users they logs in and they access the dashboard. So now they give a statistic information. For this dashboard this week, how many users? What is the visits? So what is the frequencies? So these traffics, all these things it displays in the statistics. So where that information is stored, it is stored in your post, because for the TDE, TDSX you connect to the data source, you are bringing in your data, you are displaying the data in the dashboard. That is different. But so suppose Syed, how many times he logged in last week? So what are all the dashboard he accessed? This dashboard, who are all the users access? How many frequency? So how many times this dashboard is accessed by the users? So these are all the information where it is stored. It is stored in the PostgreSQL of your Tableau server. So and you can access the tables also. Anyway, the default, the dashboard is provided in your statistics of your Tableau server. But sometimes some of the client, they wanted you customize and give it to me. So that time you should have the admin privileges to access your PostgreSQL and get the tables out and prepare a dashboard. That is the next level. So this is the thing. So how you see when you are explaining that, so go help start performance recording. So immediately, so it started performance. So you take some considerable amount of time, you develop your sheets and then stop that immediately in 30 seconds. You get a tab file. That tab file by default it is stored in your repository file location of your logs folder, and it will be storing with that the performance recording underscore your date stamp with your timestamp underscore your sequence. This much you are selected. So you know clearly what is there in the architecture below, and it has a three log files. So log, TDE server, and trap photo server. See, the TDE server obviously it will be updating very frequently when you are using a data source as TDE. If you are using the data source as a TDSX, not much information. Still, it will be updating, but not much information. Only related to the TDE, it will update more information. With the other things, it will be not much updated with the information. So this is how we can see your scripting. So these are all the two options. One is open with the legacy connection and the other one is the start performance recording. We can see it. So clear? So any questions you have?
Uh, so Tableau is like an event manager or in Windows. I mean that start help performance, or is a store procedure or something like that?
No. That is behind the screen. The SQL scripts are written. So there is not stored procedures. So no. Stored procedures means what? Suppose when you are connecting to the data source, so you can bring in your stored procedures also inside, because that stored procedure, that's why I told you, I am not worried about what you are bringing in, whether you are bringing in a table or a view or a stored procedure. I am not worried, but I will be getting the columns. My outside, I am getting a data set or not. So that is what I will be concerned with, right? So whether you connect to anything, so any data sources, whether you make a multi-join with your table inside and bring it to here, but I need data set. In that I need have multiple fields. That's all. Okay, so that is where whether you bring a store procedure or you wanted to bring some cursors inside, so you can do that. So, but it should return some columns, fields with the data set. So that data set I will be using here. That's all. Okay, and one more option is, so the swapping. So normally you know, right, swapping. So when I swap this columns will be placed in the, means it will immediately swap. So there is one option available, right? So here, suppose I go with, so region, and I have a segment. So this way. So it's place. And there is one option called cyclic fields, cycle field. So what this will do? Swap rows is control W. It will just swap whatever you have. It will swap to the column shells. Row shells you place, it will swap to the column shells. Whatever you placed in the column shells, it will swap to the row shells. That is fine. What this cycle field will do? The cycle field, you carefully watch this. This is customer name, region, and segment. Okay. So now what I do? This one I delete the sheet. So this I duplicate this. I want to show the difference. So cycle. So now you see here, earlier region, customer name and segment. When I do a cycle, you see here region, customer name and customer name. So again, when I go to the cycle fields, so this customer name, you see it is cycling only between the dimensions. Your measure is there, and you see it has come to the color. And again, when I go for a cycle, so now it is region, customer and customer name, and segment is here. So now again I go for a cycle. So region and segment and customer name. So did I use this? Okay, I use this here. So now let me take this out. Let me take this also, the top 10 filters. I don't want. So now it is like this. So now when I go region, segment and customer name. So now I do a cycle. So now you see here, the segment from here has come here. Region is altered. And again I go here. So region is placed here. So now why this is used? Suppose you wanted to see the screen with my measure fields, if I am cycling my dimension, how my look and feel. So that, so sometimes you will be having a doubt. If I place this here, how it looks like. If I place this here, so in that scenario, you can cycle and see. That cycling will happen only between your dimensions. So from between your row and column shells, whatever the dimensions you place, so it will cycle. So in that order, it will place, so that one layout, if you like it, oh okay, this is what I expected, then you can fix that position and display. So now if this is not fine, so I go segment wise, customer, and this is a region, fine. So the same when I go to this, so the segment is here and customer, and this region will look like this. Okay, so now I go another one and I do this second. So the region and segment and this customer, how it looks. So this is how you can determine your positions using your cycle fields. Okay, so we'll stop here. So the next class we'll discuss on the analytics pane of this reference line, trend lines, and the forecasting. So we are on 19th class completion. So another 6 classes are there. So